Hello everybody, my name is Paradox and you're watching Paradox Gaming. Now in the previous video I played Gens Tycoon, and if you all watched that video, you know it sucks. Partly because I lost half of the footage of the gameplay, and partly because... You see, the problem with Gens Tycoon is that it's kinda like an RPG based game mode, so there's just a lot of grinding to do, a lot of footage to record. Sometimes the footage just gets corrupted. So there's just a lot of issues, and I'm not built for that. So you can expect a Gens Tycoon video once every month. But that's that. Today we're on a new server called Ultra Network, and the thing about Ultra Network is that it's not really new for me, because I've technically been on it for 2 years. I say technically because I've only played on it for 1 year. So why did I leave for an entire year? Well, the story behind it goes this way. I started playing Minecraft on PC approximately 2.5 years ago. Before this I had played on mobile and it sucked. Naturally, I started off with a single player survival world, and you see, I just hate the concept of single player. It's just too lonely and depressing for me. So naturally I started looking for online servers to play at. My broke ass can't afford a premium account, so I started looking for quagged servers. The first one I found was herobrine.org. It is unfortunately dead today. And the second one I found is Ultra Network. Ultra Network has 4 main game modes, being Skyblock, Survival, Prison, and then you can play Axe and Sword PvP in the lobby. I personally always played Survival. I grinded in it for an entire year and then left. And the reason for that is 12th grade science stream. This was probably the most torturous year of my entire life, except for that one time my grandpa died. I didn't get very good grades, but I did get a lot of holidays. That's all that matters. Now that brings us to today. I've been on Ultra Network for another 2 months after that 1 year gap. So you may be asking, what exactly have I done within these 14 months of being on survival? Yes, we dug a giant hole in the ground. This is 4x3 chunks in dimensions and 12 chunks in area, mined down from surface all the way to Y level -59. And we did this manually. Now you see, TNT doesn't work on the server to prevent griefing, and even though you can go to your land settings and enable TNT to break blocks within your land, I did that and it doesn't work. So I did the next logical step. I went to Discord and made a ticket. I cried to the owner about how the TNT is not breaking blocks, and the owner gave 0 fucks. He said that TNT block breaking is permanently disabled to prevent griefing and that it will not be enabled. But then he asked something very interesting. Why though? Now to understand why, we must first understand a few extremely complicated advanced mechanics of the server. Land claiming. You can claim chunks as your own, and once you've claimed them, no one else can break or place blocks on that chunk. You can also teleport to your claimed chunks, at least most of the time. Another mechanic which you can use is a command known as /setspawn, and what this does is that it shifts your respawn point to your claimed chunk. Now many players actually use this, because once you've set your spawn somewhere, you can also make it publicly available, so that anyone on the server can visit to your claimed chunks. Players use this mechanic and make public XP farms and public villager trading halls, which overall help out the server in many ways. And what that does is that it makes you relevant and respected amongst the community. You see where I'm going with this? See, this 12 chunk area is the foundation of a megabase. A megabase not just for myself and my team, but also for everyone else on the server. It will have XP farms, villager trading halls, shops, arenas, parkour courses, and just anything a player could need, and I could provide. After seeing our goodwill and determination, Scully finally gave in to our cries. Now he still wasn't allowing TNT block breaking. Instead, he was gonna do something way cooler. Delete the fucking chunk. He entered the game and deleted the rest of the 4 chunks which were remaining, leaving us with the whole 12 chunk area all to ourselves. I know this should have been covered early on in the video, but when I say we, I'm referring to my team, which consists of 5 members including myself, but unfortunately 2 of the members haven't been online in a while, but they've still contributed a lot in the process. Well, now that you know the backstory behind everything, let me show you around the current state of the base. This over here is our villager enclosure. How did I get villagers down here? Well, you see the difficulties at hard mode, so a lot of zombies spawn, especially down below here at Y level -59. So I got 2 zombie villagers, and I killed those 2 zombie villagers, got them laid, and here we have our villager enclosure. This over here is a hot spring, which my friend built. It has no purpose whatsoever. This over here is a beacon, actually 4 beacons. The pyramid gives me haste 2, jump boost 2, resistance 2, regeneration, and it's speed 2 or something like that. And this over here is a bunch of spawning columns. He's over here. Yeah, so well, the thing about these spawning columns is I'm actually going to have to break them down. And the reason for that is these spawning columns are there for spawning mobs, but once the mobs do spawn, they're thrown down. We have to have a common collection system where all the mobs which are spawned using these are thrown into a common bubble elevator. That is done using water flow, right? But if you look behind, there's just 2 blocks worth of gap between Y level -59 and the bottom observer. So there's not enough space to lay down multiple layers of waterfalls so that all the mobs can just go away, right? We need at least like 4 blocks worth of space. So this is why I'll just have to break them all down. And also you can see that they're not very well aligned. Some of the platforms from different columns actually end up connecting, so create spots where mobs can be stuck, right? So yeah, I'll just have to break these all down, and I will do in the next video. Now that was pretty much it, alright? That's the base tour, the way it's been right now. And from the next episode onwards, we are going to start building the mega base, bit by bit, layer by layer, until all falls into death, destruction, and despair. Bye.